Good day, everyone. Global media culture. What is media? Media are the communication outlets or tools used to store and deliver information or data. For example, newspaper, internet, and television. There are two types of media. Traditional media, which include print media such as books, newspapers, journals, and etc. They are now radio, televisions, movies, CDs, and recordings. In new media is a mass communication using digital technologies such as the internet, like telephones, computers, social media, and mobile phones. Stages of revolution. Pre-industrial, a time before there were machines and tools. Industrials, defined by mass productions, broadcasting, the rise of the nation-state, power, modern medicine, and running water. Electronics, when electronics equipment began, including computers, come into use. Digital, ability to transfer information freely and quickly. Because of the global media, the culture of our country has evolved, and we adopt some of the influences that we see in social media and TV.
One good example would be the Black Lives Matter movement in America, which became one of the trending topics during this pandemic. Filipinos sympathize with the discrimination faced by the Black American community and therefore open discussions about our own racist behaviors as well, especially to our Visayan brothers and sisters, which we usually label as illiterate, and our Mindanaoan brothers and sisters as terrorists. By that, we gained sensitivity about our statements towards our fellow Filipino citizens. By social media, people from the other side of the globe became aware of our struggles as well. Recently, we had many conflicts about the former anti-terrorism bill, which a lot of people opposed. Singer-songwriter Taylor Swift even raised petitions to support the junk terror bill plea in our country, and climate activist Greta Thunberg supported the movement as well. We also adapted their means to communicate their sentiments about issues. So we have social media personalities as well that has been doing online activism calling out our government for their unsatisfactory approach towards this COVID-19 pandemic.
Religion, the impact of global media to belief system. Sinasabi lang dito na dahil sa emergence ng mass media, mas lumawak yung influence ng religion sa pag-utilize ng mass media. Dumami yung paraan ng relihiyon para ipaalam yung paniniwala nila. Religion using media. Various religions have been typified by means of their relationship to various media. Sinasabi lang dito na napapakinabangan na ng religions ang mass media sa pagpapalaganap ng kanilang mga paniniwala. Dahil sa bagong media, nag-iiba ang presentasyon ng relihiyon sa mas malawak na audience. Nagagamit ng bagong media yung mga kwento galing sa relihiyon. At the same time, nagkakaroon ng interaction between media and religion instead na explicitly nagkakaroon sila ng epekto sa isa't isa. Nangyayari yon kasi na-experience nila yung kultura at relihiyon base sa mga na-encounter nila sa media. Identity, reflexivity, and globalization. Identity. Dahil nagiging online na tayo, mas nade-develop ng isang tao yung identity niya through sa mga nako-consume na media. Example, internet, sa YouTube, Facebook, etc. Reflexivity. Since na marami siyang na-access na sources at content, mas free siya na piliin kung ano yung gusto niyang content na magko-conform sa paniniwala niya. Last, globalization. Since na-shape na yung religious identity niya dahil sa internet and mass media, nakakakita siya ng mga like-minded na tao na nagsishare ng common belief sa kanya.
Impacts of global media in our culture in terms of online dating. As a background, the idea of using technology to meet someone began by using the power of printing press. Personal ads were placed by people on newspapers and even on journals, stating what kind of individual they were looking to date. Eventually, more newspapers were published only dedicated to serve that kind of advertisements. Personal ads on newspapers were not only used to find potential partners. Soldiers who were fighting abroad during the World War, homosexual men and women, as well as those unhappily married people were using this kind of dating to find companions. And of course, despite its popularity, some people were questioning the morality of such advertisements. With globalization and our current technology, dating applications and websites are now popular. In 2015, Badoo and Tinder are the two most popular dating applications worldwide. The positive impact of online dating in our culture and society is that we saw the improvement of society. Before, some people were criticizing the morality of such idea, but now it is widely accepted. Also, this kind of dating doesn't only concern on people's age or sex. Some of the dating apps were developed with concern on people's gender identity, ethnicity, social class, and political views. Lastly, these dating apps offers more ways and options on people on how they can meet someone. For example, dating applications let their users to find single person on their area, or they can match people based on their preferences. On the negative side, the following are the things that have negative relevance to dating online. First, with the advancement of technology, sex offenders also improve their way on how they exploit someone online. Next, untruthful profile since you really don't know who you are meeting online until you meet them in real life. And the common body shaming and invalidation of preferences and opinions. So those are the impacts of global media in terms of online dating.
Another impact of global media is the existence of e-commerce worldwide. E-commerce is almost like the traditional retailing, but instead, things are being sold online. So, e-commerce started in 1969 where CompuService is found. It was a processing and time-sharing service and was a major service throughout the 1980s. E-commerce has its own advantage and disadvantages. So under advantages, e-commerce can give convenience since it can occur 24/7. It also increases selection since there are many stores that offer their products worldwide. Under disadvantages, e-commerce has a limited customer service. There's no employee that you can ask to demonstrate the product in person. It also has a lack of instant gratification. A consumer must wait for the product to ship out their own home or office. And lastly, it has the inability to touch the products. There are instances that some products received do not match the consumer's expectations.
Now, let's talk about technology. Just the availability of digital technology shapes how we live today. The effect that technology has had over time on both local and global cultures has been significant. Here are some examples. Communication. Dati, uso ang pakikipag-usap sa pamamagitan ng pagpapadala ng sulat. Ngayon, pwede ka na makipag-text sa pamamagitan ng cellphone. Sa isang saglit lang, makakarating na ang message mo para sa taong papadalan mo. Mas mabilis pa ito kaysa sa pagpapadala ng sulat noon. Susunod naman ay transportation. Noon, ang kalesa ang ginagamit ng mga Pilipino bilang transportation. Kaya-kayang tawarin ng kalesa ang baha dahil doon mas madali mapuntahan ng mga tao ang kanilang pupuntahan. Ngayon, meron tayong jeep, tricycle, taxi, bus at iba pa. Mas nakakatulong ito dahil mas marami ang pwedeng iangkas. Kaso nga lang, highly maintenance ito. Sumunod naman ay ang entertainment. Noon, ang pinaglilibangan natin ay ang mga stage plays. May kita mo ang mga kulay na damit at emosyon ng actors at actresses. Tapos may kita mo ang mga iniidolo mo sa totoong buhay at syempre nandun rin ang excitement. Ngayon, may mga Netflix, YouTube, CD at TV channels na pwedeng panooran. Hindi na kailangan lumabas para makapanood. At ang huli, data gathering. Noon, ang mga estudyante ay kailangan pang pagpalipat-lipat ng library para maghanap ng libro na kailangan nila para sa isang asignatura. Sa mga library, sinasala ng mga eksperto ang mga data sa libro na ilalagay ng mga publisher. Ngayon, dahil may internet na, ang mga estudyante ay mas prefer mag-anap ng mga kasagutan dito dahil mas padali lang mag-search sa Google. Kaso, hindi lahat ng mga mahanap sa internet ay totoo.
Impact of global media to human behavior. Nagkakaroon ng impact sa behavior natin yung global media dahil nagkakaroon ito ng negative and positive effects sa ugali natin. May mga bagay tayong ginagawa noon na hindi na ginagawa ngayon. Meron naman na hindi natin ginagawa noon pero ginagawa na ngayon. At dahil yun sa epekto ng global media. Here are some negative and positive effects of global media to our behavior. On negative sides, relationship. Minsan, sa sobrang tutok natin sa media, hindi na natin alam na unti-unti na parang nasisira yung relasyon natin sa ibang tao. Example sa pamilya. Habang nasa pagkainan, ikaw na sobrang focus mo sa media ay mas inuuna mo pang picturean yung pagkain kaysa magdasal. In that way, naliles yung relasyon natin sa pamilya natin na imbis na makapag-bond tayo, masasasapawan ito ng media. Second, way of thinking. Pwede rin itong maging negative effects dahil minsan sa sobrang focus natin sa media, hindi na natin namamalay na pag nag-iisip tayo or may decision tayo, nagbe-base na tayo sa media. Positive effects. Quick communication. Through media, mas napapadali yung pakikipag-usap natin sa tao kahit nasaan man siya. Unlike before, gumagamit pa tayo ng sulat na siguro umaabot ng weeks or months bago matanggap ng pinagsulatan natin or bago tayo makatanggap ng sulat galing sa iba. Second, easy to access information. Mas napapadali na natin na kukuha yung information through media. Mag-browse lang tayo about news, makukuha na agad natin yung info about dun. Hindi lang tungkol sa news, ganun din sa mga trending things, tulad ng mga latest info about gadgets, and so on and so forth.
Impact of global media to our Maria Claras and Juans, an adaptation to Western culture. Maria Clara is the name we often use to describe our beloved Filipina. Juan is a typical description of a hardworking Pinoy. Modest. Filipino has a system to be followed before. Women are usually humble, quiet, and watch their manners all the time. And since Philippines is an agricultural country, and it is during and post-war, men are mostly farmers and soldiers, and not to mention, well-mannered. But now, due to the oppressive manners toward women, strong-willed women appear one by one. They become leaders, strong as men, and have an equal footing on almost all aspects in life with men. Thanks to the global media, this women movement spread across the seas. Women slowly get their rights to fight oppression, to stand on their opinions, and become a leader of a nation, while men, on the other hand, which is physically dominant to women, become women-hungry beasts. Name it catcalling, rape, and other colonial mentality. Men get the wrong idea of superiority and become rebellious toward this attitude. They adopt the gangster word and cause riots in the streets. The ones who only respect women and being patriotic adopt the attitude of Western countries. But don't get me wrong, because these attitudes are slowly getting better right now, thanks to the education, which is again a Western country legacy to us. Conservative. Philippines is one of the most conservative countries according to my knowledge. Just imagine how many ethnicities we have. We have different beliefs,
cultures, music and arts, and etc. But regardless of these differences, we also have a general culture, for example, the religion and the way we court women. Due to global media, religion becomes strong, unstable, and myth at the same time. What do I mean by this? Global media has a great role to the beliefs, it was discussed earlier. But I actually mean to say, due to the knowledge we gain from different countries, some become more religious, some has doubted their respective beliefs, and some become atheists. On the other hand, the traditional harana of Philippines, which is an act of courting a woman through a piece of music sung or played in the open air, typically by a man at night under the window of his lover, is now obsolete. Just like what I have said earlier, since social media influence children nowadays, the trend from Western country has a great impact to our culture. Courting become a public display of affection. Imagine, children nowadays court women outside their school. Some do it online. But the whole point is the tradition wherein you will ask for the permission of the parents are now already gone. And before I end my topic, I just want to say that these changes in our culture is the result of what I call singularity. Global media and technology connect everyone, the variety of culture clustered online. I don't consider these changes as a disadvantage at all, but a progress to the unknown. That's all, thank you.